Hi there, I'm John Hodgson. I'm the art director at Cubicle 7 Entertainment, and today I'm going to be speaking with Gareth Ryder Hanrahan.
Indeed.
About the Primeval role-playing game. So just like Doctor Who, one of our other role-playing game lines, Primeval is licensed from a TV show. Now, of course, pretty much everyone knows all about Doctor Who, but Primeval's a bit less well known. So could you run us through the basic premise of Primeval?
Basic premise of Primeval. It's modern day, but there are these mysterious anomalies opening up across the country, across the world. There are these spinny portals, and on the far side of them is prehistory. Step through one and you find yourself back in the Jurassic era or the Cretaceous or 10,000 years ago. Thing is, they're two-way portals, so creatures are coming out of these anomalies to menace the modern world. So you've got dinosaurs rampage across the country, you've got velociraptors lurking in the sewers. In the TV series, there's a group called the ARC, the Anomaly Research Centre, where sort of government groups set up to investigate these anomalies, to stop the monsters when they come through, and basically keep things under wraps, under control. And as the series goes on, this becomes progressively more difficult, and they learn more about what the anomalies are and where they go.
So when dinosaurs come through these anomalies, you can just shoot them, right?
You can, but there are issues with that.
Ah.
Because the dinosaurs were supposed to be there millions of years ago, shooting a dinosaur may mean that you've changed history. Obviously, not every dinosaur is going to be significant, but there's the whole butterfly effect, where if you make the wrong change in the distant past, it can have repercussions and echo forward to the present day. And so in the actual game, there's a whole mechanic for basically tracking changes to time, and there's a chance they will have big repercussions on your actual characters.
So it's not as simple as a monster killing game. It's a monster hunting game, but you're not necessarily trying to kill the dinosaurs or whatever creatures have come through the anomaly, right?
It's monster hunting, but you're ideally supposed to bring them back alive and put them back where they're supposed to be.
So if I remember rightly from the TV show, even wounding a dinosaur can be a problem before you return it to the anomaly due to cause and effect?
It can be. The other thing, of course, is they're dinosaurs. They're not intelligent creatures. They're animals. So in the show, it's interesting because you've got basically sort of wild creatures as the main menace. And so in the role-playing game, there's a whole section on how to model creature behavior and how to handle animals and keep them calm and how they react to different dangers and threats.
Fantastic. So, talking about mechanics, what rule set does Primeval use?
It's using a tweaked version of the rule set we used in Doctor Who, Adventures in Time and Space role-playing game. We talk about call it the Saturday afternoon tea time adventure system. It's 95% compatible. We've added one or two new skills to match the Primeval setting. And it's a slightly grittier, more low-key version. That's where Doctor Who's running around all time and space. Primeval is normally set right here in the present day, and the characters don't generally have supernatural powers or high-tech gadgets or anything. So the system is sort of tweaked to be that little bit grittier. Plus, Primeval is horribly, horribly bloody, even by Doctor Who standards, in terms of killing off characters.
Yeah, there's a lot more running around with guns, isn't there?
There's a lot more running around with guns, a lot more running away from monsters.
So out of the things that have changed from the Doctor Who core rules, what are your favourite bits that have changed?
The big thing that was nice was with Doctor Who. Unfortunately, comparisons are inevitable between the two games.
We love them both, obviously.
Yeah, Doctor Who is massively wide-ranging, anywhere in time and space. That means that it also feels a bit disconnected at times when you're designing stuff for it, because each adventure is a new planet, new cast of NPCs, new situation. Whereas with Primeval, you're playing the same characters through and through. It's all set in the same area. You can build up plots over the course of a campaign. It's much more interconnected. So, for example, the rule sets have mechanics for handling changes to time, handling how many people know about the anomalies and the exposure of your group, and how well you're keeping it in the secret. If you fail to keep it in the secret, that'll create problems for you further down the line as well, which could rise to like your conspiracies investigating the anomalies, trying to control them and stop you from finding their secrets. It's more cohesive, but more integrated, I suppose is the word I'd use.
This is one of these great things where, like, I want to play this now. Are you busy? Can we do a Skype game?
It's not a game for... You can run for one-shots, but it really shines when you're building up things episode by episode, adventure by adventure, building, like, you're investigating plots that sort of play out over a longer period of time.
I have to say that reflects my experience of watching the TV show, actually, that viewed in single episodes, it's kind of like a Monster Hunter-y thing. But actually, if you catch several episodes, there is that character development, there is the story arc that goes through the show.
Exactly, yeah. It's got the whole Monster Week thing. Like, Anomaly opens, Save the Tiger pops through into a park or a housing estate or something, eats a couple of people, characters go in, shoot the tranquilizer dart, chuck it back to the portal. There's some heartwarming message, everyone wins. But alongside all that, there are conspiracies. There are, like, mischievous people running in and out of anomalies. There are, like, trips to the future because the anomalies go forward in time as well as back. There's lovely hints of impending apocalypse and doom. So yeah, and certainly the role-playing game, it really works for, like, medium-length campaigns where you can get into the setting and build up your own conspiracies.
So Doctor Who is a boxed set. Is Primeval a boxed set?
No, Primeval is a giant book. It's currently weighing in at 280 something pages, 284, 286. So it'll be a big, hardbound monolith of a book with which you could club around paging dinosaur. All full colour, full art from the series, looking lovely. It's got all the rules you need. It's got sample adventure. It's got background on the series. It's one thing we're doing for Primeval is to take a sort of toolkit approach where you can play as the characters in the TV series, but we've also got rules for basically creating your own sort of frameworks, all building on the sort of initial premise of there are these portals in time opening and monsters are coming through, but you can take different approaches to it. For example, in the core book, we've got the Anomaly Research Centre, where you go off, you investigate the anomalies, you keep them in the wraps of the British government. And there's also a group which we've invented for the game, another sort of campaign framework, called Dinosaur Hunters International, where you're basically a ultra-secret tourist tour company for the 1%, where basically rich celebrities and businessmen can pay you millions of dollars for safaris into the Jurassic era. So Anomaly opens, you've got to get your client there, show them prehistory, and then get them out of them and keep them alive.
So with games like Doctor Who to some extent, The Laundry, Cthulhu Britannica, a lot of Cubicle 7's output is quite Brit-centric, being a British company, though of course we use freelancers from all around the world, like yourself, Gareth. But does Primeval, being a British TV show, rely on being British, or can you play organisations or even ARC from wherever you're from as a gamer? Does that work?
It does. Primeval it's a British series, but they're doing a Canadian spin-off, Primeval New World. And while the basic setting was sort of UK-centric, it doesn't have to be. There's nothing connecting it to the UK per se.
Cool. No, that's I think that's good to for people to know that they can play it in their own.
Oh, you can totally do there are anomalies opening up in Nova Scotia or France or whatever.
Cool. So supplements wise, what can we expect to be forthcoming from the Primeval line?
Coming hot on the heels of the core book is the Primeval Companion, which is effectively everything we could fit into the core book. So it's a grab bag of more monsters, more conspiracies, more adventure frameworks, more sample adventures, more stuff, basically.
More.
Exactly. You like Primeval? Here's more Primeval. Also in development, there's an adventure anthology, which will be a series of 6 linked adventures, which is great because it really shines where you can sort of build up plots over multiple adventures, and all 6 will have this ongoing plot through them. So basically show people how to build campaigns in Primeval. We're also doing a series 4 and 5 guide. There have been 5 seasons of Primeval so far on TV. The core rulebook covers the first 3. Because basically in seasons 4 and 5 there was sort of change to the premise and pretty much a new cast of characters, bar 1 or 2 exceptions. So the core books would concentrate on basically the Nick Cutter era, where Nick Cutter was in charge of the team, and also the episodes just after that, where he could spoilers for those who haven't seen the series.
Just ruined for everyone.
It's true. Don't get attached to Nick.
Fantastic.
Indeed.
Well, great speaking to you and learning a bit more about Primeval. I'm sure we will be back to find out more.
Indeed. Look forward to it.